Welcome, peeps, to another Quest of Masters with Ryan. We've got Andy LaFon up here in the top right-hand corner as Zerg. And we've got me, of course, as the Blue Protoss. This is a little bit longer of a game, so here in the beginning I'm going to speed it up a little bit so you don't have to sit through a 30-minute game. This is number 5 of the casting marathon I'm doing today. And my probes just don't know what they're doing. They're going all over the place. Check out that APM. Oh, that's a lot of APM. Look at that. 19, 20. Oh, it broke 20. Sorry. I get disturbed when I see how bad my APM is. Staying right up there on Harvesters, though, which is a really good thing against Zerg. It's hard to do most of the time. I do have a good feeling about this one since it is a longer match. But if you're watching my other videos, I was talking about in the last time, problems with my Chrysler piece of shit. Or as we call it, the PT shitbox. I think it's a very appropriate name. Looks nice, because I've got red with the Woody, so it looks pretty nice. But beyond that, it runs like a steel turd. I've never had a motor run that pathetically. Granted, it's, you know, it's a 2.2 liter. It's not the turbo, it's the standard. But even so, my Cobalt, which was a 2.4, granted, you know, 2 more liters of displacement, but that was naturally aspirated, ran a whole lot better. I got too many people texting me while I'm trying to do this. Still waiting on Bright House, not here. They've got another hour to get here, and then I rip them a new one for not coming on time. And I get supply blocked like a bitch. Still holding with the Harvesters, which is good. Got at least one pulled off the line for him. He's got an early pull there. Well, no, I take that back. That's a normal pull. That ain't early. 4 minutes. We're equal on supply, which is good. I'm ahead in Harvesters right now, which is also good. Try to keep that income up, but I'm getting way too much gas again. He's already got his natural down, but he doesn't have enough drones to saturate it, so it's not that big a deal. Just finally getting Warp Tech going. Should have had that going a long time ago. I had enough minerals and gas to do that, but I was a little too focused on what the hell my probe was doing over there. Lose the probe because I'm not paying attention. I don't know what I was doing there. Dropping 2 pylons so I don't get supply blocked. Probably a little excessive. Bob's just sitting at the door like, I'm doing my job. I sit at the door. I stare at the ground. I don't really do anything. Bob's a really great doorstop. That's the good use for him. He's a doorstop. Getting a cannon in there for a little bit of defense since it's a Zerg player. I always get concerned when I'm playing Zerg. They like to Ling rush. Then again, I agree with a lot of people. Everything Zerg does is a rush. All they do is mass everything, and it's just in. I guess that's the way the race is. I'm not going to complain that much. It's just obnoxious. Still waiting for Warp Tech. Am getting Weapons 1 as usual early. Should have already had my natural done here. I'm getting way too many gates this early. At least for what I should have been doing in this match, since I was so far ahead in probes for a while there. Saturating second gas a little too early. Got a sentry out. That's something new. And my probe's just sitting there. Let's check and see what he's doing. Look at his vision here. This guy's getting his Hydra Den there. Already got his Evo chamber. Doesn't have any upgrades. Starting to saturate at the natural here. Got a defensive spine crawler, which probably shouldn't have done. It's 100 minerals he could have put into Zerglings or something else. No creep spread to even be heard of here. Alright, he's got his overlords checking the side expansions. Zerglings on the Zilnagas there. I wasn't too worried about map control at this point. I just wanted to focus on what I need to do there. Let's check out that APM. Oh, it did go up. It went up to 30. That's miraculous. I never thought I'd break 30 there. Little head and probes, one head. He's ahead in units, though, for sure there. Definitely need a few more Bobs. Bob! Not to be confused with Bob the Builder, which I don't like. I guess I was too... My age group didn't have Bob the Builder. We had, like, DuckTales and Animaniacs way back in the day, stuff like that. And, of course, now Bright House calls me in the middle of a cast, so they're just going to have to deal. Because I'm not picking that up in a cast. I guess I'm going to have to. Or not. Missed the call altogether. Going to have to call him back now. You get to hear me talk to Bright House. Exciting, huh?
I am here in the shadows.
And we got a big roach rush there. Hold it off pretty well. I'm here. Okay.
I'm here in the shadows.
Well, that's a good sign. It's actually one of the techs I know from Bright House, so that means he's going to do a good job, hopefully. I can only hope he doesn't get here before I'm done with the cast, because I'm not stopping for him. He can go out and look at the lines. The apartment complex I'm in, we have what they call a peg, and that's the piece that's in the ground, the little green thing if you have them in your area. And ours is a piece of shit. It's all torn up. The tap in there's bad. It's been an utter mess. Took out the Zergling, took the Zelnaga, starting to push out here, which is good. This is the first time that I actually do a push. I should have done it about 3 minutes earlier, with a little bit. Should have units a little bit sooner when he pushed. Trying to do a little bit better on keeping my supply or my minerals down, and not having a whole bunch banked. That's why I finally threw up 2 more gates and a few other things. Way ahead in harvesters. I never thought I was going to be that far ahead on a Zerg, but he's sitting on more minerals than me. Starting to push up into his base here. Want to get rid of that creep tumor. I don't know if I do, though. No, I don't. Should have gotten rid of that creep tumor while I was there. I was a little concerned with the hydras on the high ground. I saw that and was like, nope. No, no, no. No. Am I the only person as Protoss that hates sentries? Because I never can get the shields to go where I want them to. By the time they actually go down, it's epically failed because they didn't go where I wanted them to.
I'm here in the shadows.
Now I'm 11 ahead in harvesters, which is good. I don't think he's gotten a third yet. Look at our unit count here. He is doing pretty good, though. He's got 8 hydras, 10 roaches, which is not good for my 12 stalkers there. APM's doing pretty good. I'm at 34 now. I know. People look at that as like 34. Really? I'll be happy once he gets into the 60s to 100. But that's a little while out. I need to get better at using my hotkeys and starting to use the keyboard a little more. I really want to, and I'm looking at doing it, building a custom keyboard, possibly using like an Arduino or something, so I can have the keys in the format I want them for my hands, because I got really big hands, and it is not easy hitting some of these combinations on this keyboard. I have just a standard, QWERTY keyboard. My Dvorak keyboard I don't use for this because it just doesn't work well. Finally getting my third there. I think I hold this off. I'm pretty sure I hold it off. Trying to take out the hydras first there. Should have probably pulled back a little bit there, but coming down with some more stalkers there. Should have enough to clean this up. For some reason, he doesn't go after the expansion. I would have gone after that. Really wanted that Overseer dead. And he does a pretty good job here. He starts tearing me a new one. Now he's going after the expansion. I'm like, Probe, run! Run, Proby! Run! Run, Mr. Proby! And luckily I canceled that in time, so I didn't lose all those minerals, which is good. Still ahead in harvesters, which I find kind of miraculous. Usually Zerg is just pumping those bastards out. Running 9 ahead right now. Got another 2, 3 gates there. I'm up to, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gates and a robo, but I'm not pumping anything out of the robo yet.
I'm here in the shadows.
Kind of glancing around. Should have already tried to get that natural back up. Or, excuse me, third. Really running low on resources in my main here. Gates are just about done here.
I'm here in the shadows.
Finally got an immortal out. Pumping out another immortal and a observer. Queuing up a little too much there, but I didn't want to have to keep looking back at it. APM's doing a little better. Units we're looking at here. I'm actually starting to get a little ahead, but he's got 3 corruptors. I think he was assuming I was transitioning into air, which I was a little bit, but not a lot. That's a lot of pylons. All at once. Should have had my third out. I don't know why I wasn't getting my third out. Still ahead, though, in income. He's just finally caught up to me and harvesters at the 18-minute mark here. Honestly, he probably could have steamrolled me earlier in the game with the way I was playing. That's a lot of sentries. I had all that gas saved up, and I just wanted to spend it and get it out of there. And just trying to get enough here so I can do a pretty solid. I have no clue why that stopped like that. I did not click anything, I swear! What's this, weapons 2, weapons 3? Yeah, I'm working on weapons 2. A little late for that 20-minute mark.
Prismatic mineral field depleted.
Already have blink and I think charge as well. See if I can get a... Yeah, I've got charge as well. Zealot legs. And then I see this and I'm like, should have definitely had my immortals in the front there taking that damage. And I think we were getting some lag in the back part of this game, not because of me by any means. That was when my internet was actually working. And I was trying to chase down some of these hydras and clean them up. Got 1 or 2 extra ones because he kept running. If he would have stopped, he could have done some more damage.
Upgrade complete.
Finally getting this expansion up. He's now ahead of me in harvesters. And I'm going to be still on 2 base because as soon as I get this up, my main's going to be completely mined out. It's almost mined out now. But at least I can just transfer all those drones. I don't have to make a bunch more, or excuse me, probes. Probies! I'm just going to call them harvesters. That's much simpler. And that's a lot of cannons. I really didn't want to lose this expansion. I was very concerned about losing that expansion. Probably should have pulled what I had extra at the main and started doing some long distance mining until that was up. At this point, I saw that he had his third down, and I knew I needed to go and attack it. I don't know what he was doing with those corruptors. They're not doing him any good. I don't think he had Greater Spire. Did a pretty good job there cleaning up a good amount of them. I think it was an equal trade there. Still staying pretty even on supply.
I'm here in the shadows.
Finally pulling those probes off to get them down there. I should have pulled them earlier. That's a lot of stalkers. I think Bright House is here, so I might have to pause this, which I hate doing, because it means more editing for me. Although I don't do all that much editing, I just put some transitions in, put the audio in, put my intro and exit in, and then render it. It's so much work. Sorry, everyone, I'm back. For you, that was like 1 second. For me, that was almost an hour and a half. Still don't know what was wrong, but switched the modem. We checked the lines. It was all clean, and miraculously, it didn't work at first, and then it fixed itself. So I don't have any clue, and this is what I do for a living. It's just a little odd. Back in the game here. Behind in Harvesters now. Getting ready to blink up into his main, cause a little havoc. Try to do some economic damage here. As he attacks my front there. But I do have a lot of cannons right there, and I'm warping in a lot of stalkers. Now I'm way ahead in the Harvesters finally. Still taking out his main. He's finally pulling back, but I see now that he's got a, he was getting his fourth. I've already got carriers going here, so he's about to have some serious hurt in his butt. Gonna get some butt loving. Bye-bye, creep tumor. That's why I built those cannons, though. I knew they would at least help hold for a little bit so I could warp in units, even though it was a big investment. Again, if I was playing against someone that was probably a better player, I most likely would have gotten steamrolled. Trying to meet up both set of stalkers here. Blinked into them so they wouldn't have a chance to get away, and then just came in with the rest of those stalkers to really clean it up. I knew not to go in there, though. That was not looking pretty. Still behind in Harvesters by about 10. I was like, "Aw, poor little probes don't have anything to do." There we go. There's a few stalkers. I think there's 8 stalkers. That's pretty good. What am I working on up here? Let's see. Where's my vision? Yeah, I've got 1-3 right now. So those stalkers do a shitload of damage. I was working on armor 2. Bringing the carrier in. Way ahead now in supply. Gotta love carriers. They're one of my favorites. Can't use them a lot, but unless you're in late game. Come up to kill his, now his third. Was his fourth. And he GG's. GG! Another excellent cast, if I do say so myself. Hope everyone liked it. Please subscribe, like, comment. If you want to join me on my blog, it's ryancarter.info. Also, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. I'm on the tubes. Talk to you later. Peace.